tell us overall summary of what you've gone for with the team that's been announced.
Yeah, we've gone for our best team for this game, this test. Obviously, got good cohesion, a couple of tests in, a lot of the combinations that have played together, and good powerful bench to get us home.
With Simon Parker coming back into the mix, is it his height there, among other things, and keeping Wallace for later when that bench is going to be so important? Or what's the
That's exactly what you just said. That's exactly right. He's a big body, he's physical, and Wallace will come on. He's obviously got a great game, especially if the chance it opens up a little bit, or we still have to make our tackles and turn the ball over, or whatever the style of game is, he can add to it.
What about Anton Leonard-Brown? Obviously he hasn't played for the All Blacks in 7 games. Experience, what thinking with bringing him in for the biggest match of the tour so far?
Look, he can cover all positions in the back line. He can 12-13, cover wing as well. He's experienced. He's trained really well. It's great.
How much are you looking for a statement performance this week?
Statement performance, we're just looking for a result. I think probably the key thing is, Kate, that you look at these games, how tight they are and the margins are in two quality teams. Both got clear DNA, how they want to play, and they're tight. So discipline and keep trusting ourselves and keep playing is the key.
And how do you diffuse the POM squad?
The what squad?
The POM squad, have you heard of this?
That's catchy. If they've gone for that, wow, that's innovation, isn't it? Did you come up with it, mate? Did you? No? Is it you got Telegraph, or was it we got the POM squad? Yeah, I think, but as you know, the finishing of test matches is critical, and whoever you bring on need to make an impact.
Scott, just with Simon, did you rest him last week with this week in mind?
A bit of both. We felt we just wanted to have that combination and give the guys a chance, and Wally back to 6 and have the combination with him and Peter. We know what hard he can do. He's pretty special, but it was just the combination of those two, and yeah, he comes in fresh and keen.
Scott, Leicester's been sensational at 13 for probably a year now, and obviously it was amazing when it came on against Ireland. Just what's the rationale of thinking to play him on the wing?
Did you see the second Bledisloe Cup match? Yeah, he was pretty handy on left wing, gets power, left foot kick as well, and he's playing good footy, so yeah, it's a spot.
Obviously there's a few ways you could have gone with that back line, but was that always the likely move, moving Leicester back to the wing?
With Caleb injury, obviously he's in good form. It was one that you feel for him because he just got his rhythm and his power game, aerial game, all the things that you need from a left wing, and we just felt there was a best change. And obviously Billy goes into his 8th test and he's trained there, and he came on with Quinn, and he's been ready to go. So the combination and the way we want to play is what we've gone for.
Right, so if you looked at Edinburgh came out after half time, and game turned on its head. Scotland had a 20-minute period really where they had all the momentum. You looked at that and tried to understand why that happened.
Yeah, look, the momentum swings and they sort of put pressure on us, and the compounding and the ability to get our own end more cleanly was key for us. So we did that. Probably just took longer than we'd sort of planned for, and so we've done a little bit of work on it this week, but we're aware of how to get the momentum back. Yeah.
Scott, the bookmakers in the Northern Hemisphere make England marginal favourites, and maybe the English public might be unfamiliar with a few of your players. I think there's only 5 survivors from the last starting 15 that came here. What would you say to the English fans coming to Twickenham expecting an English win?
Is there only 5?
From
really?
15 from the game 12 months ago.
12 months ago, okay. Look, I didn't get that stat. I was ready for some great game of footy. I'd always turns it on, the atmosphere, and it's a great occasion, Swing low, starts cranking, you're in a special place where rugby's loved. So I think I can look forward to a game that's going to be played the way it should be, the ball in hand, and there'll be a kicking battle, but that's what comes after that's the key.
Coming off Scotland, obviously you've had that experience of a passionate crowd too. Do you think for some of the younger players there is confidence that you've just had that? Like All Blacks are used to playing at Twickenham and winning there all the way back to 2012 against this team. You think you're ready for that hype of the crowd? Yeah, look, we covered off what playing at Twickenham's like, just like in Murrayfield and Soldier Field.
the occasion, how it lifts you, and you know there's value in playing at home. We play the majority of our games away, as we know. If it's not Australia, it's a 12-hour flight, so we get used to get used to travelling in that side of the game, and we embrace where we're playing. You know what do they love the game, and the history of it. It's really important. The legacy part for us in the All Blacks is we have to keep tapping in and remind ourselves what the gift that's been given to us around the legacy, and our chance to add to it, and Twickenham's a part of that.
You've got a lot out of your young locks over the last couple of weeks, but how important to have your captain back for a test like this?
Yeah, he's healed well, The Barretts got some good skin. It was remarkable once you saw the cut. So it was good healing powers, and we're just pleased. You know, he's definitely enthusiastic. We've had to pull him back a bit. It's great.
Does he train fully all week, Scott?
Yes, he has. Yeah. Yep, he's ready to go.
Crazy. Usually the atmosphere peaks right at the beginning, doesn't it, with the haka and everything. In England, over the last few times, have come up with some sort of response, and they're walking forward. Do you kind of love the theatre of that and the fact that the crowd goes wild for it?
Yeah. The haka is setting a challenge, look, and we welcome that respectfully. There's always rules of engagement around it, but they know what we're going to do, and if you haven't planned or covered off what they're going to do, you're unexpectant, and that's part of it. And over the period of time, someone does something different, and you welcome it.
And just looking at how Steve Baldwin's stacked his bench with all those British and Irish Lions, is part of the game plan or the role that you guys have got to do is almost get it to the point where it's irrelevant what they do in the last 20 minutes because you're so far ahead? Is that That's a good game plan, mate. That's answered your own question there. That was perfectly done. Oh, look, I just know how things can swing around, and look, they're all good. They're tough. As you see, quality players that can make a difference, especially at the back end of the game, and they'll make an impact no matter what. Yeah.
Scott, it's pretty clear for England's lineup that they're going to be kicking to contest. How much have you focused on that in the week, building up to it with Roebuck and Stewart and Robertson and team?
Oh, look, we've got a great aerial game in it. Mitchell's a quality kicker, and they put it on the spot, so it's a big part of the game for them. And they also play a bit too. You've got to look at them. They can take the ball in hand, and they can. If George gets it out of his hands quickly, the game's on. So it's exciting, isn't it, when you play a team like that?
What weaknesses do you see in this England team that's been selected?
Not many. They're pretty well rounded. Their season, you can see their strengths when they played the last two Test matches. We might talk about our participants' strengths and where we can find opportunities, but we'll play to ours. Yeah.
Fraser, what does it mean for a New Zealander to beat England? Like England have only done it 8 times, and they're sort of desperate. And Steve Borthwick talked about the pain and suffering you have to go through to beat New Zealand. But on the flip side, what does it mean to a Kiwi to come up here and win?
It's pretty special, the occasion, the location, like I mentioned, the history about it before, and it's your turn in the jersey. You got the fern on, so each one's got its own moment, and that's what you've got to get the week right to get the performance right. So that's what we're focused on, and looking forward to it.
Great.
Okay, thank you.